What's up, YouTube? It's Kevin here, the Migraine Guy, bringing you a video today in a new series. This series is about me. So why does Kevin want to do a video series about himself? Well, I don't, but I've been asked by a number of people in our Facebook support group, the Migraine Guy support group, to explain a little bit about myself, my background, why I find migraines interesting, my own experience with migraines, that kind of stuff. So this is just going to be a quick kind of summary video, and I'll do maybe more in-depth videos in the future if you guys want them. So my migraine history is not the worst case scenario. About 5 or 6 years ago, I got them kind of infrequently, maybe once or twice every few months. I noticed that they were very much associated with lack of sleep. And so long as I could get some good sleep, or at least take a nap if I didn't get good sleep, I could prevent and get rid of migraines as they crept up. I saw a doctor about them, and he prescribed me some Triptans, but also warned me not to take too many of them in a certain time frame, right? You know, the kind of routine Triptan warnings: don't take more than 2 in a 24-hour cycle, don't take more than maybe 3 in a 7-day period, or you can get rebound headaches or maybe some worse side effects given how they work. And at the time, I was pretty hesitant to take any medication just because I was on kind of a, well, I don't need any meds kick. Why not just work on eating food and getting plenty of rest, and that should take care of most things. On top of that, the side effect warnings that the doctor said were pretty scary at the time, and so I just didn't use the medication. But I didn't really need the medication because I was able to prevent and kind of get rid of migraines by either getting good night's rest or taking a nap if I didn't get a good night's rest. And so that was kind of just the way it was. I was like, oh yeah, bad migraine every, few months, no big deal. I can get through this. And then about 3 years ago, they got way more intense and way more frequent. They would, I still get them about 3 to 5 times a week. And they're not always debilitating, right? Sometimes on a pain scale, right, from 1 to 10, they're at the 2 to 4 level. And so I've gotten pretty good at being able to function in that kind of pain range. And I'm sure you're very similar if you're watching these videos or you know someone who gets migraines. They're pretty good at working with, a moderate amount of pain. Maybe not working is the right word, but they're good at functioning with a moderate amount of pain. And so that's kind of where I was a few years ago. I was getting them very intensely and very frequently, started seeing a doctor, and he kind of went through a list of medications over an 8-month, 10-month period, and then bounced me off to a neurologist, who then bounced me off to nobody because he didn't think that there was anything he could do since I had been through all the medications he would have recommended. Saw a migraine specialist who wanted to get me on a bunch of medications in a more I've done a video on all of these different kind of doctors, and so the migraine specialist, I can put a link to that video there, but his name was Dr. Golnick. Well, it still is Dr. Golnick, I think, assuming he's alive. And he wanted to do a more what I considered methodologically superior approach. He wanted to put me on a bunch of, well, not a bunch. He wanted to put me on 3 medications at different dosages, and then over time, if the migraine wasn't going away, if the frequency and intensity wasn't reduced, to up the milligram dosage on each of them, and do that for roughly 6 months to maybe even a year, because those were the medications that he had seen the best results with. They were the ones that have some of the best research behind them, and he said that, migraine medication and migraine prevention is really a commitment over months and months and maybe even years and years. And so I thought that was a great point that the other doctors had missed. But now to the personal side of my migraines, I'm in graduate school. I'm getting a PhD in philosophy, and that's philosophy, not psychology, as my wife's stepdad keeps thinking I'm getting. So I'm getting, an advanced degree, and it involves a lot of reading, a lot of writing. I have to teach classes, grade papers, that kind of stuff. And the side effects from the medication that the migraine specialist wanted to put me on were the kind where I just couldn't function. There's not only, associated lack of motivation and lethargy, but also an inability to focus, kind of cognitive impairment stuff. That's pretty well documented in terms of the medications he was wanting to put me on. And so he wasn't happy, but I just didn't take the medications, and I haven't seen him since because I mean, I know what he's going to tell me. He's going to tell me we need to be on medications and you need to be committed to this for the long term. And I just right now can't commit to the medications because of the side effects. And I've tried, I don't know, a couple dozen medications, so I'm pretty well versed in the side effects of each, and know kind of the ones that either have side effects that, there are two kind of ways that you might think medications don't help. They might reduce some migraine frequency and intensity, but the side effects outweigh the benefit of, having reduced frequency and intensity. On the other hand, there might be no real bad side effects, but no real migraine prevention. And so that's kind of the position I find myself in right now. This will be the end of this video. That's kind of where I'm at, trying to get through graduate school, not being able to really focus on any prescription medications. I'm taking melatonin at night to help me sleep, which has been a dramatic improvement over my previous sleep. And I've done a video on that. I've got the melatonin video right there. You can watch that. I'm also looking into different magnesium supplements. Magnesium is kind of a controversial topic. I've got a video series on that I'm working on. I'm going to put out a new video soon. As well as just a couple other medications, right? Or not medications, supplements, riboflavin, right? Vitamin B, as well as, what's the other one? Butterbur. There's some conflicting information about that, actually. So, there's just a lot of things to try if you get migraines. Right now, I'm kind of on an ice kick. When I get really bad headache or migraine, I'm quick to apply ice, either with something like the headache hat or the migraine hat, or a bag of peas, or the ice down migraine wrap. Those are all good options. I've done videos on all of those. You can check those out too. But yeah, that's kind of just my basic summary. They went from infrequent, though debilitating, infrequent, to now pretty frequent and not always debilitating, but roughly in that 2 to maybe even 6 pain scale. So that's the first video, just a little summary about me and my history. If you want to see more videos about me, make sure to leave a comment down below. Follow me on any social media platform by just searching for the Migraine Guy. Be sure to check out the video that the video series I'm starting on the Migraine Research Foundation, the only charity, the only nonprofit organization to fund with donations migraine research. 100% of the donations go to migraine research, and so you can watch the video series I'm going to do on them right there. And all donations to them are tax deductible, and so that's a nice benefit too. That's the end of the video. Take it easy, YouTube.